Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 243 of the best bits of the Atom Radio Breakfast Show. This is Mark Denholm, he of Atom Radio Breakfast Show, and I hope that I find you well whenever it is that you are listening to this. The 11th of November, Armistice Day, is the day that this comes out. It comes out at 9:30, so please do make sure you're not listening to it at 11 a.m. when you should be observing the silence. On the way in the podcast this week, the best bits include things that you should delete, rip-off shopping, online dating guarantees, an anniversary, awkward dating, cheating, missing sweet treats as well. And one of these is an absolute crime. And also we discuss what are Brits good at. All on the way.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Welcome to Monday and the start of a brand new week, and now we're out and we're about and we're on our way to school and work. Then yes, it's officially started. Maybe you could say our work here is done and that's it. We could pack up, but we won't. Because, well, there's more anthems to play, just like Journey, Don't Stop Believing on the way next. Today, I want to talk about the impact of a conversation I had last night. I had a chat with a friend who said there is so much negativity in the world at the moment, and that is very, very true. The world is full of negativity. You've got homelessness and poverty. You've got wars going on and all sorts of things as well. You've got all sorts of things that are negative in the world. Today, I'm giving you a delete button, and with that button, you can delete one thing from the world. What would it be? On air at atomradio.co.uk is my email address this Monday morning, as it is on any given day. And Morning Gary, I like this. They do say, don't they, that charity and that begins at home. Gary says, the one thing I would delete if I could delete anything is my overdraft and my credit card bills. One moment, Gary. Can I just pick up on something here? Surely that is two things, my overdraft and my credit card bill. Surely that's two things, Gary. You know, I said one thing. What you could have said is my debt, and that would have been one thing. But yeah, my overdraft and my credit card are two things, my friend.
This is Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Morning, Nick, and happy Monday. Nick says, I suggested this the other day when you said things that should come with a warning, and after another weekend of being addicted, I suggest it again. I would delete TikTok. And I know that I could delete it from my phone, but I won't do that. And I just find it so addictive. You sit down for a minute and you happen to open up TikTok, and before you know it, you're an hour further into the day than you were, and you've wasted a whole hour just scrolling meaningless videos. Yet you are right, Nick. You could delete it from your phone with like a couple of presses, couldn't you? Just long press it, wait till it shakes, and then click the X. Boom, gone. Problem solved. But then you're saying you won't delete it. You'd like TikTok to delete it, so then you can no longer be tempted. And I suppose that's fair enough as well.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
Atom Radio, morning, Mark Denholm at breakfast. YouTubers claim that it is cheaper to fly to Poland for your weekly shop at Lidl than it is going to your local branch, and they've gone on to reveal their full shopping list. I don't know how much a flight is to Poland or not, but surely then when the government say, oh no, it's global, it isn't. If it can actually be cheaper to fly to Poland and do your shopping in Lidl in Poland than it is to drive down to the Farnham Road or drive around to the Slough Retail Park. That's not right, is it? It's not right where you can have a holiday and do your shopping for cheaper, or a day trip anyway, do your shopping for cheaper than you could if you did it at home.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Well, let's do the top 5 of things on an online dating site that will guarantee that you swipe yes. At number 5, eyes. At number 4, a six-pack. At number 3, an actual bio rather than just loads and loads of filtered photos. At number 2, a dog in their profile picture. And at number 1 for Top 5 Tuesday of the thing that would most likely make you swipe yes, I'm not fussy, own hair and own teeth will do.
Mark Denholm
at breakfast podcast.
7:12, morning, Mark Denholm at breakfast, banging out the anthems on Atom Radio. Welcome to Wednesday. Happy anniversary to the Top 40. The first ever UK pop chart was published by the New Musical Express after Starfast 53 record shops to divulge their sales returns. Therefore, that's 71 years old now, isn't it? Here in My Heart by Al Martino was the first number one, and it stayed at number one for 9 weeks as well. I know that the top 40 in that nowadays is compiled by sales and streams and all sorts. It's very, very different to how it was. And I remember back in the day, the excitement, because Our Price in Maidenhead was one of the ones that Gallup used to compile the top 40 that you used to hear on the radio and on TV and that. So yeah, there you go. Useless random trivia for a Tuesday morning.
Mark Denholm at breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
Atom Radio, morning. Welcome to Wednesday, at the middle of the week already. It's 10 to 8. Dating an awkward person is less stressful, you laugh more and you have more fun, which improves the quality of life and overall health. Now, I've never dated an awkward person. That was a long pause there, wasn't it? I mean, that sounded like I'd never dated, and that's not true. I've never dated an awkward person, but I did once know a very awkward person. And no, I didn't find in that situation, in a friendship, I didn't find that I laughed more, and I certainly didn't find that I had more fun. I just found that it was very, very awkward, and I struggle with that because I'm not someone that really deals with awkward that well, to be honest. So I say no to that. Dating an awkward person is not less stressful, in my opinion. And imagine if you are two stressful people together, awkward people together. Imagine how stressful that'd be. Not worth thinking about, is it?
Mark Denholm.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Atom Radio, morning. Welcome to Thursday, 19 minutes to 7 o'clock. Socialite Nicky Haslam has printed his annual common list on a £40 tea towel. You can take the quiz and you can reveal the habits making you look lower class, and even the royals are guilty of a few included in this. I mean, this bloke's just a socialite, that's all he is. He's just famous for knowing and being famous. Yeah, he doesn't really do anything. Have you ever used the word Moorish? Do you listen to or record your own podcasts? Have you ever ordered anything containing Aperol? Are you a fan of Grayson Perry or his wife? Do you have type 2 diabetes? Have you ever been to the Wimbledon tennis tournament? I don't know how that makes you common, if I'm honest. I don't know. I think it's just a way of marketing his tea towel.
This is Mark Denholm
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.
Today, I would like to talk to you about a Dear Jane letter. Dear Jane, not too long ago, I discovered that my husband's best friend, the best man at our wedding, has been cheating on his wife, who also just happens to be a very good friend of mine. I had heard rumours that he'd been having an affair, but couldn't bring myself to ever mention it to my husband, knowing how much he admires this man who's essentially been a big brother to him since their childhood. However, I was forced to confront these rumours head on when I caught him with the woman in question. I immediately confronted him, hoping that he'd tell me I was wrong, that I completely misunderstood the situation. I'd even have been happy if he told me that his wife was fully aware and that this was just how their marriage was. Instead, he just shrugged as if he didn't really care and as if he wasn't doing anything wrong. Put yourself in that woman's position this morning, right? You discover that a good friend of yours is cheating in a relationship and you know the other half that they're cheating on. What do? Do you pipe up or not? Do you say something, and who do you say it to? Him or her, the one who's cheating or the one who's being cheated on? What do you do? On air at atomradio.co.uk, as always, is my email address today. We haven't got anyone called Jane on the show, but what would you do in that situation? On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm.
At breakfast. Podcast.
Where yesterday on the show there was a Dear Jane letter, and this Dear Jane letter basically said, can you please help me? I don't know what to do. A friend who is a very good friend of my husband and is also a friend of mine was best man at our wedding, and I found out that he is cheating on his wife. She is also a friend of mine. I confronted him about this, hoping that he would admit it and hoping that he would put a stop to it. Instead, he just shrugged his shoulders and then turned on me, saying if I said anything, then he would tell my husband that I'd been cheating on him and that he should leave me. And that's a bit evil, really, isn't it? You know, that is pretty evil. What I wanted to know yesterday is just put yourself in the situation for a moment and imagine that you know that one of your friends is in a relationship with another one, married, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and you find out they're cheating. What would you do? Would you speak up? Would you say something? And if so, to who? The one who's cheating, and appeal to their better nature? Or would you say something to the one who is being cheated on? Or would you just say nothing? I mean, those are basically the choices involved in this matter. And do you know what? Just sat here thinking about it now, there is one other thing as well, and that is that you go to the person that the one who is doing the cheating is cheating with, and you tell them and make sure that they know that that person is cheating on them. So there is that option as well. But anyway, that's a little bit too little too late, really.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
This is Atom Radio.
18 minutes to 7 o'clock morning, and welcome to Friday. Mark Denham at breakfast. You know, Nestle confirmed that they're axing the Caramac. Well, they're also axing the animal bar as well. No! The animal bar's all right, it's just plain chocolate. I quite like that. The biggest crime, though, I think, is the axing of Tutti Fruttis. Because you can get other chocolate bars. There's no shortage of chocolate bars made by many, many people in different varieties. But nobody else makes Tutti Fruttis, do they?
This is Mark Denham.
At breakfast.
Atom Radio.
To your emails, because today I want to know what is something that Brits are, in your opinion, stereotypically good at. This because it's been announced that British ladies are the biggest binge drinkers in the world. And this, according to the Europeans, is because we are unattractive and classless, which I don't agree with, and I'm sorry. That is like, glass houses throwing stones, definitely, and I'm not having that. I won't stand for that. What I want to know today is, in your opinion, what is something that Brits are very, very, very good at? Morning, Kevin, and thank you for your email. Happy Friday to you. And Kevin, according to you, I am flying the flag for Britain proudly today, because Kevin says Brits are very, very good at drinking tea. And yes, if there were a tea drinking championships to be held in this country, I have no doubt I would win it. I really do. I go through tea like it's going out of fashion. And I therefore feel today, now following your email, Kevin, I feel like I am flying the flag for Britain and that all is going well in the tea drinking world thanks to me. Yep, I'm happy with that. Morning, Yvonne. Thank you for your email today. And Yvonne does say, queuing. I think Brits are very, very good at queuing. We just wait and we wait and we wait, and we take it for granted whenever we go somewhere that we're going to end up queuing. And, well, yes, other than on Black Friday, because Black Friday is coming up. Is it not? Black Friday is coming up. And Brits are never, ever any good at queuing on Black Friday. You see those horrendous videos, don't you, of people not queuing on Black Friday. Thank you, though, Yvonne.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.
I'm still not happy, sitting here now thinking about this by that unattractive and classless assessment done by the Europeans on British women. Just because they enjoy a drink doesn't make you classless, doesn't make you unattractive. And I'm sure, as I said on the day, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I'm sure there's an equal number of people who would be classed as unattractive and classless in Europe as there are in Britain. So let's not get into some war on that. Thank you so much, however, for checking out the podcast this week. And has that made you think about Tutti Fruttis? Funny enough, when the Caramac was first announced as being got rid of, I tried it once as a child and I didn't like it, and I thought, well, no biggie there, not worried about that. And then straight away I thought, but you still can't get Tutti Fruttis, can you? And I used to love them as a child, and indeed as an adult I used to love them. It's been years now since you were able to get Tutti Fruttis, and that's just quite annoying. And it is very annoying, isn't it, when something that you like stops being made. Like you used to be able to walk into Greggs and buy an ice bun. Can you do that now? No, you can't. No ice buns, no Tutti Fruttis. It's not great, is it? Thank you as always for checking out the podcast today. Please don't forget to subscribe in your podcast app or on YouTube. And don't forget, we're back Monday live 6 a.m. on atomradio.co.uk and on your favourite listening app.
Mark Denham.
At breakfast. Podcast.